sympathy for the seamier side of life.
The losers and the underdogs and things, yeah.
Why do you think that is? Is that because of your childhood?
I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. It's just those are the people that I really find interesting, that I really love, and I really sort of think are the sort of great people of life, you know, the real sort of odd people of life that are, you know, you know, I like things like, I go to New York and I like people like the bag ladies and the tramps and the down and outs and things. Those are the real interesting people, you know, real people who, you know, why are they, you know, what is their circumstances of life that's, you know, that's brought this about, and, you know, maybe it's just some stupid fascination, some stupid obsession, whatever, probably a mixture of lots of things, you know. Those are the people I really identify with, I think, a lot, you know, for some reason. A psychiatrist I think would find me very interesting, I don't know.
The first album dealt with the sexual underworld, with seediness and perversion. And at the same time, you were a pin-up in a teen magazine.
I can never understand why, you know.
Well, how did you feel about that?
I always thought I was incredibly ugly, really. I've never thought, I can't see why people would want to pin me on that. I mean, I suppose people said, because people want to mother you, I suppose. But I can't understand why anybody wanted to have me leering down from their bedroom walls.
Do you find that men are sometimes hostile to your image? Because you have a sort of androgynous image, don't you?
I never thought I had, actually. I've never sort of thought of myself like that. I've never felt myself. I don't think I'm pretty enough or anything like to be androgynous. I've always thought myself pretty ugly, actually. I always thought, you know, pretty sort of distorted features. But I've never felt like, you know, but I do attract a lot of hostility, yeah, from quite a few blokes, yeah. I've sort of been threatened and had near escapes of being beaten up, you know. It's often people trying to show off to their girlfriends, I think, a lot of the time, and they feel they want to come over and make an example of me, or think, oh, you're that puff that sings Tainted Love, aren't you, or things like that. Or, you know, football supporters always seem to be getting caught in gangs of football supporters and having to run for my life.
Have you had to do that recently?
Yes. From about 200 of them in Soho. I think it's the first time I've ever tugged onto a policeman and went, save me, save me. So it tends to manifest itself, but it's surprisingly I get a lot of people on my side, a lot of blokes on my side as well, but just as many that find that really intensely feel that they have to. But I always feel those people that dislike, you know, they tend to have to shout out about, you know, or sort of call you a puff or things like that. I feel they have to, like, bop you on, you know. I think they're very suspicious in themselves, those people. They're only showing their own sort of latent homosexuality.
I'd like to talk to you about your public announcement now that you made, and you said you were retiring from music.
Yes, I really felt at the time.
What made you? Sorry.
At the time, I really felt that's the way I really felt, because, you know, I was continually, as I said before, being in this business that I find myself totally uncomfortable in. It's like this love-hate thing that I have with music business. I mean, isn't even that very term, music business, is. You know, it sends an icy shiver down my spine. But it was a very impulsive thing. It was a point of, I think, the point of, where I was reaching a point of no return in myself, where I was toppling on a knife edge and would have fallen over the brink. I'd probably already fallen over the brink, and I was really sort of going through a type of breakdown, where I felt that, you know, it was like I just didn't see any point. I was sinking to, like, into, like, the... you know, sort of slough of despair, and yeah, and I'd like to drag myself up. But I was like trying to grasp at all sorts of things, thinking I've got to sort of purge myself of this. And I really felt that it was a very impulsive, maybe over-impulsive thing, but I'm a very impulsive person anyway. I always do things all the time, and then think that was too over the top. I shouldn't have done that, you know. But I'll always go on doing these things. What made you change your mind then to come back? I think I can cope with things a lot better now. I think I'm a lot less, I think I've hardened, certainly, to a lot of things. I've hardened to a lot of things. I've got a much better perspective, much better, probably maturer way of looking at things. I mean, I'm still as childish as hell and still as a brat, you know, but I can cope with my critics a lot better. And I mean, I have to really, because there's a hell of a lot of them.
Marc Almond is recording his new album in Bavaria. Where else? And Nicky will be back next Saturday with a report on the new life Johnny Rotten's made for himself in Los Angeles and an interview with